But certainly for jewellery making, if it's a cold substance that you're using or something like that, these would be absolutely fine. Something a bit different. A bit like an embossing folder meets a rubber stamp, but they're plastic. So it's a bit like that. £14.29 is all these are at the moment, and they're down from 26.30. This is what we bring you on Craft Price Drop. Things that are a little bit out of the ordinary, things that maybe we've not seen very much around, that we want to give you and give you a chance to try them out in your crafting, something a different dimension. So remember, the best way to get in this auction, the best way to get this at home in the next few days is for you to put it in your basket on the website, Hochanda.com, and check out. We're going again. Those arrows are flashing down at £10.90. We've got nearly £16 off the price, nearly 60% off. So how many sheets are there in total? 15 in total. My favourite, I must admit, I love these. And I know we've done some stamps a little bit like these in the past. Lots of you coming through for this. So there's your letters of the alphabet. We are very, very busy. Something a little bit quirky, something a little bit different. Letters of the alphabet, numbers, and then, of course, your ats, your ands, your hashtags, your exclamation marks, all those sort of things. 19 we have left. 19 sets of them. Is this the first time they've been on Craft Price Drop? First time they've been on. I've not seen them before. No one has had them on. They are brand new today. And remember, you've got all those different sizes. You've got the squares, you've got the rectangles, you've got 6 of those rectangles. They then have 6 of the strips as well. Whether you're just grabbing them and pressing down into a polymer, whether you're doing it that way, which would actually give you the impression, or whether you're doing it the other way, which would be the kind of inversion, it's entirely up to you. They're really unusual, they're really different, and they're from an American brand. Walnut Hollow is the actual name of the brand that produced these for us and for you tonight. And we've got a dedicated team of craft price drop buyers that are scouring the globe, finding things that are quirky, that are different, that are unusual, things that are different that we've not seen before, that maybe you'd only find if you were abroad or something like that. I'm not saying they can't be found in the UK, but you'd have to struggle a little bit to find them. Or maybe you found some before somewhere else and there were different patterns and you love the versatility of them. They are flexible, they're not brittle, so if you wanted to, you know, just basically use them like a mat to impress certain patterns and things like that, with this one, like the animal print or the crazy paving, that would look lovely. As I say, I haven't actually got information that says that they are food grade safe, so I wouldn't use them for sugar paste, but I'd certainly use them for polymer clay, modelling pastes, that sort of thing as well. We've only got less than 10 left now. 8 remain at £10.90. If you've got them in your basket, that's not reserved. They have to be checked out. That confirms your place in the auction, but only when you've checked out. You won't be charged until you hear price lock. That's when your debit or credit card will be charged. But if you haven't checked out by the time you hear that, you've missed out on that auction, and they may not come back again. Here are some of the bidders we've got in the auction at the moment. Hello to Sydney in Thetford. Marilyn as well. Hello to you. Andrea. Hello, Andrea. You're in. Whereabouts is Andrea? Southampton. Fantastic. Sheena, you're in as well. Now, most of you are Freedom members. Always look, when you see someone, it doesn't say Freedom member on it, it means they aren't a Freedom member and they will have to pay the £4.95 P&P. I don't want you to have to do that. I don't want anyone to pay postage if you don't have to. For £6.97 as a one-off payment for a whole month, you don't have to worry about postage, whether it's a Hochanda show, like a one-day special show, or whether it's a Craft Price Drop show. You don't pay any P&P. We've got 3 sets left. That's all we have remaining at £10.90, saving you at the moment nearly £26 off that price. We're down to the last 2. Nearly £16 off, beg your pardon. Tell I've had a break. Yeah, nearly £16 off. Only 2 sets left at £10.90 for all of them. 15 sheets in different sizes. Last one. Who's going to grab the last one? Pearl, you've got the last one. Congratulations. Price locked. There we are. There's the announcement telling us that the price is locked. I can confirm that that price is locked at £10.90. £10.90, that's all you pay, plus the P&P if you're not a Freedom member of £4.95. Otherwise, that's all you pay delivered, £10.95. Right, now, are you a knitter? If you are, you're going to absolutely love what we've got next for you. Here we've got some knitting needle cases. Now, to be honest, I didn't really realise there was such a thing. But there are. So if you've got knitting needles here, there and everywhere, you've got them in bags, you've got them maybe stuck into balls of yarn, which is, I dare say, not the thing to do. What about treating yourself? Maybe you've got lots of different types of knitting needles because you do loads of knitting, loads of different techniques, loads of different thicknesses and weights and so on of yarn. Then this is a chance for you to get not 1, but actually 3 knitting needle cases. And they are incredibly smart and dapper. Now, if you look at the start price on this, they should be just over £25 each. £25.99 each is what these should be. And I can see exactly why, because they are very well made. They really, really are. £76.97 for all three of them. You might think, can't really justify that. OK, let's knock 30% off the price. Let's get 30% off. Now, this could be for you, it could be for your daughter, it could be for members of the family, or maybe you've got a knitting circle that you go to and you would like to treat friends of yours to new knitting needle cases. £55.21 for all three of them. What does that make it each now at the moment, Meg? £55.21, that's under, it's about £18. £18.40 each at the moment. £18.40 per case. Let me give you a guided tour. Now, they don't come with knitting needles in them. I must stress that. You can fill them with whatever knitting needles you wish, whichever style of knitting needle you love. There's plenty of elastication in there for you to pop them in there without any trouble whatsoever. Really wonderful fabric cover. What they reminded me of a little bit was, if you've got the tonic organiser dye storage, you know, the orange, the fabric of that feels a bit like this, and you've also got the same sort of idea, that sort of quality of webbing going around the outside edge as well. Zip all the way around the sides. Made by the So Easy Collection is the brand. Okay, so they're really nicely finished, and you've also got quite a tough protective skin on the outside of the needle case as well, so it's got a nice reinforced spine to it, and they're all made in exactly the same way by the same manufacturer, I believe. This is really quite sweet and cute. That was a combination of sweet and cute together. Cute. Here we go. You've got here, this looks very designer. You've got the pink and that turquoise blue, which is absolutely gorgeous, and the patchwork design, which is stunning. And again, pink on the inside, lots of elastication for, again, all of your favourite knitting needles. That's the second one. Don't choose, you're going to get all three of them. And then the last one is in this lovely claret red, this beautiful rich burgundy red with almost like a it's not caramel, almost like a coffee dot going all the way around it. Again, we've put knitting needles in here. You don't get them, they don't come filled, but I'm sure if you've got knitting needles at home that you put in drawers or whatever, or you just end up kind of leaving them here, there and everywhere, you can never find the right measurement, you can never find the right weight of knitting needle for the job that you want, and these are going to help to get you organised. Nothing's stopping you actually labelling them if you wanted to. You could actually write onto the fabric or write onto the elastic different widths and so on, but I dare say they're all labelled anyway, aren't they? You want to look after your needles. You know, they're an investment, they're things that you reach for and use on a regular daily basis probably. So lots of you coming in on this. Is this a brand new item today as well? Yeah, it is a brand new item to Craft Price Drop. These have not been on air before. I'd certainly not seen them before. And you would expect to pay £24.99 for each of these. That's the full price. We have given you not 20 or 30% off, we're giving you 40% off the price. £15.43 each. Is that the budget that you had for knitting fans, friends? It should be over £25. No? Well, £24.99, wasn't it? Yeah, £24.99. But today, £46.29. £25.66 each, beg pardon. £25.66 each is what they should be. Now look, £46.29 gets you the lot. And remember, if you're a Freedom member, no P&P to pay at all. They're well made, they will not disappoint. You've got colour coordinated zips and little things like that make all the difference. Ask our Lizzie, who's here at 8. She'll tell you all about colour coordination when it comes to fabrics and so on. But yeah, you've got something for everybody. You've got the dotties, which are always kind of classic and classy, and you've got something that's very designer inspired here with the turquoise, the pinks and the reds, which I know loads of you absolutely love. Lots of ladies I know have purses very much like this. So if that's a style that you'd like to have in your lounge while you're busy sitting there of an evening doing the knitting, maybe you're watching us on some sort of online device where someone else has got control of the remote, or maybe you've won the control of the remote tonight or whatever, grab these while we got them. They are getting a lot of interest actually on the phones. And this is why I love doing Craft Price Drop, because we don't just stick to one thing. We don't just bring you dies, don't just bring you stamps, we bring you like those imprint plates a few minutes ago. Not seen those before. Not seen anything like this before on Craft Price Drop either. Because craft is very varied. Here we go with another price drop. Here we go. Those arrows are flashing. £39.06. That is literally £13.02 each. What about that for value for money? For a quality knitting needle case. Now, we're going to show you how many we've got. We don't have masses. Already lots of you are in on this. Only 6. This is the only time I can remember knitting needle cases being featured on Craft Price Drop. I'm not saying they haven't been before. These certainly haven't, but maybe there have been some others that I haven't seen. But it's something that's here now. If you know you want them, they may not be here again. 5 left at £39.06. Not £76.97, that's the price that you're expected to pay elsewhere. Today, you're paying under 40 and we still may go lower. There's 4 left, 3 left now. For all of you that are in on this one, congratulations, you've got something very unusual coming your way. Maybe you've got all of those knitting needles that you just don't know where to put them. Now you can sort them out. Different types of knitting needles, the plastic ones, the wooden ones. The final 2 at £39.06. Is that our final price? Might be. It might not. 38.73. I never know when it's going to go down. I never know where it's going to go to, because you are in control. With 1 left, that price is not far off ending. And it's gone to Linda. She's got the last one.
Price lock.
There he is. He's back. Price lock. Everyone confirmed, pays that final low price. And I can tell you that price is £38.73 for those 3 sets of knitting needle cases. And very good quality they are as well. OK, now, we've had some Spellbinders dies at the very beginning of the show, and they've been very, very popular. Another popular range is, of course, Creative Expressions, and one of the very famous faces from that is Sue Wilson, who is a designer extraordinaire. She's a lovely lady. Often she comes and guests on our shows as well. I've known her for many, many years. But she has got such an eye when it comes to design, and that's what so many of you invest in and love and want more of. So, what have we got for you? How did we get to our start price on these dies? We'll show you. Here comes the graph, which shows you exactly how much you should be paying. So, if you were going to buy these on their own, You Are Special is £9.98. Thanks, there's 2 dies in that set, £10.99. Love, there's 2 dies in that set for £9. Lavish Swirls, there's 3 dies there for £12. And Labyrinth, there's 3 dies there for £12. Add them together, £53.97. We're going to give a plummet straight away, and I'm going to show you those dies. That price is doing what we do here. It's coming down fast. Where's it going to come to first? £40. Nearly £14 off. Nice. Let's look at the dies. What are we getting? What do they do? OK, I've got some boards to show you in just a second as well. But firstly, you've got this. This is incredibly clever. You've got basically the word thanks in a panel, and you've also got the word thanks decoratively set into this design as well. So if I just show you here, there we are, look. Look how beautiful that is. And a die isn't, it's not obvious what a die does until you actually see what it cuts out, and then it becomes very, very clear. I presume, I didn't check this before actually, I should have done. I presume that you can, of course, paper piece, yeah, of course you can. You can paper piece with these letters, so if you cut it out a couple of times, basically the waste, you know, if you've done a purple and a white, then you can, of course, put purple letters in there, or gold or silver or whatever you want to do. So you can paper piece those letters to make that really stand out like that a lot. So that's the thanks. You Are So Special is that one just there. The font on that is lovely, isn't it? And this is another thing that Sue is very well known for creating and achieving, very decorative fonts that are beautiful. So there's You Are Special with the flowers above it. Less than £40 now for these dies. If you like the look of them, please put them in your basket and check out. Your debit or credit card will not be charged until we end the auction, until you hear the announcer go, price lock. Love in a heart. Now, if you wanted to snip those words out, so it's just basically a heart frame, you can do that as well. Nothing stopping you doing that. Then we have our Lavish Swirls. Now, this is really lovely, actually, because what Sue does, again, is give you usually at least 3 things. A die has to do much, much more than one thing. And what she's done here is given you a die that cuts out the top, but not on the edges. So if you wanted to repeat that panel along a longer piece of work or a longer card, you can do that, and you can trim it to whatever length you wish. And you've also then got this beautiful scallop border just at the top there too. So they are separate dies, cutting edge at the bottom, cutting edge at the top, but not on the ends, so it stays within the cardstock. And then that's a lovely kind of leaning Lavish Swirl. And then this is your Labyrinth. Well, lovely word, actually, and it's a lovely die as well. It's like a lattice. I mean, that could be quite sporty if you wanted it to be, if you do like maybe a tennis net or a football net or whatever. And again, there's no cutting edge at the bottom and top of that, so it will... actually, there is on that one. Yes, there is. Now, Lyndon on Facebook Live loves these. Hello, Lyndon. Nice to know you're there. He said these are lovely. Absolutely, I agree with you. There is a cutting edge. Sorry, that was my mistake. So there's a cutting edge at the top of that one and at the bottom there as well. So that's basically the die that's cut there. We haven't trimmed that. And then look at these at the top. The beautiful floral edges as well. We're going to go for another plummet. Here we go. Let's get going. Let's get these prices crashing. That's what we're here for. Boom. Here it comes. £29.18. 45% off for these dies from Sue Wilson. Have you got a Sue Wilson die collection? Do you just, whenever you see a Sue Wilson set, go, just got to have it? It's my passion, it's my weakness, it's what I love. I collect everything she does. Well, here's a chance to get a Sue Wilson collection at an incredibly affordable price. If you were to buy them on their own, you'd be looking at nearly £55. Today and tonight, where is this going to go? A double plummet coming up. I never know when Meg's pushing that button, and she doesn't know when the stock's going to zero. She doesn't know herself, she says either. 24.34, better than half price. Under 50%. You're paying £24, not nearly 54. That's all right, isn't it? Look, there we are. Look, your special £9.98. Thanks. £10.99. That word thanks. Yeah, that is 2 dies, isn't it? Yeah, inside and outside die. Love, that's 2 dies as well. Lots of you coming through on this one now. Lavish swirls, labyrinth dies, 3 dies in each of those 2. Something a little bit out of the ordinary, something I've not seen before, having those dies that kind of lean to the side. Really unusual. How many have we got? We've got 12 chances to get in on this auction. Lots of you checking out now. You're realising you don't want to miss out on these. Sue Wilson dies don't come along that often in craft price drop, so if you'd like them, 8 chances to be in this auction at £24.34, saving you nearly £30 off the price. 7 left, 7 chances. Here come some of the bidders. All of you, I think, are Freedom members at the moment. Nicola, Battle, Deirdre in Castlewellan, I think that is. Jill in Berkeley, no, Brearley Heath. No, Brearley Hill. It's a small screen, I can't see what's been on there. But anyway, nice to know you're there. And hopefully we're giving you a name check. If you don't want us to put your name on there, of course we won't. I know some people don't like it, but lots of you do. So nice to know you're there, and thank you for taking part in Craft Price Drop tonight on this Monday. Final 5 of these. 5 to go. Are you taking it to 4? Are you checking out now? Someone's just done that. So if that was you, thank you very much. We are that step nearer to ending the auction. How much lower can we go? 3 chances to be in this auction at £24.34. How much lower is it going to go? Is that going to be the final price? Someone's taken it now down to 2. 2 chances. Sue Wilson. Sue, well, if you're watching, will we be able to get more of these dies in the future? I don't know. We've got 1 set remaining in stock, and then that will be it. And Karen's got the last one. Price locked. Price lock. There we are, confirmed. Let me just tell you again that everybody pays the final low price of £24.34, and some of you, I believe, are paying postage tonight, but not that many. Not that many at all, which is good. Now, if you love Disney, you're going to be in your element. I cannot think of anything happier than Disney. Whether you're 55, 5 in the middle, doesn't make any difference. 105. Everyone loves Disney. It's got the feel-good factor. Now, I'll be honest, I've never seen anything like this before in my life. Never. Now, this may not appeal to everybody because you've got 3 characters and you've got a lot of them. You've basically got 3 designs and 16 of each of these window gels. Now, the first thing I thought of when I saw these was I was thinking schools, maybe Sunday clubs. I mean, one thing I used to go to when I was a kid were like summer holiday clubs in the mornings, a couple of days a week. Maybe you've got those sort of groups going on, and there's lots of surfaces that you want to stick Disney characters onto. Basically, you're getting 3 of the characters. Olaf is one of my favourite characters from Frozen. Elsa, and then Anna. Those are the other 2 characters, OK? Now, you're getting 3 designs and 16 of each. You're getting 48 of these window gels. What is a window gel? I didn't know. Look. We're going to go for a plummet straight away. These are fab. Because they're sticky, but they're not sticky, if you know what I mean. Look at this for a massive reduction. £99.07 down to £35.56. They are a bit like polymer stamps in that they've got a self-cling to them, but they kind of cling to any sort of... If I show you behind me here, I mean, I wouldn't suggest you put them on your telly at home, but basically, there we are, look. I can put that on there. It's not liquid, it's actually dry. Lots of you coming in for these. I can put them up here. And that's just a painted wall. It sticks on there, and it's not going to peel the paint off. I can take the other character, and this is plastic at the back here, so it's not a screen as such, it's not a TV screen. Windows, obviously, but think about if you would love to have in your kid's bedroom frozen characters, maybe that's their film of their young life so far, and you want to put them all the way around the bedroom, but you don't want to mark the walls. You don't want to put things on the windows that you're never going to be able to get off, that sort of thing. Perfect. But also, if you've got like a group, maybe guides or brownies or something like that, and they love their Disney, then this is going to be perfect to just decorate the whole, maybe a frozen party. Just have these decorated around the room. And they would be a fortune. If you were to buy, they even come in the boxes that you probably see in shops. You know, if you were to buy these individually, what would you pay for them? You get those 3 characters, 16 of each. There's actually 48 of these in total, all separately packaged for £34.81 at the moment. So hang on, 40, they're under, that's about 70p each, roughly. 72 pence each. Look. And look, they come off, they just peel away. It's not sticky, well it is, but it's not. It doesn't damage anything. It's just basically, there's no liquid on the back, it's just a low tack, which is, you know, reusable. But the idea is that you put them predominantly on things like plastic surfaces like this, or windows, or walls, or things like maybe toy chests. Any dry surface these will stick to, but without getting completely stuck. They are repositionable. Let's get that price going down even further. Under £30, over 70% off the price, £28.59 for 48 window gels. Less than 60 pence per gel. That is crazy. When you feel them, you'll know exactly what I mean, because they are incredibly good quality. And it's something the like of which I've never seen before. They do feel quite odd, I'll be honest. They are quite, they feel almost, do you remember the stuff, the kind of, the gunky stuff that you had when you were a kid? The kind of, the green, was it slime? A bit like that, a bit like the green slime. It feels a little bit like that, but you don't kind of mould it. It's actually a slice. But it goes onto those surfaces that I've mentioned without any trouble at all. Let's put them all back on here just for display purposes. These have been so popular, I had a feeling they would be. They're so bright and cheerful, and who doesn't love a bit of Olaf? Let's be honest. Olaf is the cheeky chappy. There's always one in every Disney movie, and he's the one from Frozen. 9 left at £28.59. You've got, remember, an incredible 48 gels. Window gels, that's predominantly what they're for, but they can go on other surfaces as well. If you've got a particularly delicate surface, obviously be careful. But, you know, things like plastic surfaces, no problem. Let's go in for another plummet. Let's take that price even lower for genuine Disney merchandise. Here we go. £24.77. Now, obviously, you can't sell these on. That's not allowed with Disney. For personal use only. £24.77. 7 sets remaining. They will come in the presentation box as well, which is basically like shop packaging that people have to display, to sell. 6 left. £24.77. If you've got a whole group of kids that just love Frozen as a film, maybe they go to Frozen parties, maybe they're always singing Let It Go all the time, and you know that would make their day, and the whole group of their friends. Azim, my director, is singing that constantly in my ear whenever he's on. 5 left at £24.70. Let me go, yeah. £24.77 remaining, down from £99.07. That is about 75% off. Are they brand new today? I've not seen those before either. They are another new craft price drop acquisition. Per gel, 52p. I don't know, if I walked into a store and bought one of those, I would expect to pay about £5 for one of those. I wouldn't think twice about doing it. It's Frozen, you know, popular, and it's quality. It has to be. 2 left at £24.77. Last one remaining now. Who's going to get the last one? Is it going to be for your home? Christine, you've got it. Congratulations.
Price lock.
There we go. That booming voice tells us another brilliant price lock and another brilliant saving for everybody that got in on that one. £24.77. Has anyone paid P&P on that one, Meg? Susan, you did. But maybe you've not watched Craft Price Drop too much before and you've just suddenly seen that and thought, oh, can't miss out on that one. I kind of get that. But if you do want to take part in Craft Price Drop regularly, it does make absolute sense to join Freedom because it's only £6.97 for a whole month. And you don't pay your £4.95 P&P. But on auctions like that were so unusual and so out on a limb, as it were, because we don't see that sort of thing very often, I kind of get why maybe you just thought, I've got to get it. Right, OK. Now, Imagination Crafts. Sue Baker and the team. Now, whenever we've done any combination of this recently, since I've been doing craft price drop, always been very, very popular. Imagination Crafts are known for their stencils and are known for their mixed media projects. In other words, using things like your sparkle mediums, your texture pastes, that sort of thing. And you've already got them in your basket, you know you want them. Please check out, that means you're in the auction. Stella, you're also in. We haven't even dropped the price yet, but you know we are, we will. We never don't drop the price, but it depends on how low we go. We never know that. You've got a selection of, well, I suppose you call them cards. They're kind of laminated cards that Imagination Crafts developed. If I just take one of them off here to show you. You get 5 in each pack, I think. My memory's correct, pretty sure. 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4, yeah, 5. And what they are, they've got like a plastic laminate coating on them. And that is the perfect coating to put things like your texture pastes on and your sparkle mediums, all that sort of thing. Yeah, for sparkle medium, stencil paint, decoupage stamps, perfect surface for that. So you get that one. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of laminated card. That one's lovely, with that kind of always like a diffused, focused bubble in the background. They're all the same, 5 of each of those. And then you get 2 sets of the rectangular ones as well. Now, these are like, they're DL in shape, but of course they could be bookmarks if you wanted them to be. But again, perfect for putting your stencils over and adding texture paste onto. Or if you've got other ways that you want to use them, that's absolutely fine. Lots of you coming in for this right now. And we've not even majored on the stencils yet or dropped the price yet. Let's look at the designs of stencils you've got. This one up the top here has got a beautiful lady. And there we go. She's got a very lovely evening top on, feathers in her hair. Very nice. Quite Art Deco with those decorative elements there, left and right. Really lovely. And again, you can always use different parts of it. You don't want to use maybe her. If you just want to use the flowers or something, take a bit out of the stencil to use separately. Love this one. I'm sure that's what my brain's like first thing in the morning, a bit all over the place. It's almost like Aladdin's carpet, isn't it? Like a floating carpet through the sky maybe, or whatever. Or it could be a petal of a flower or flower bud. It could be all sorts. Down the bottom, you've then got your little, I think that's a cuckoo or woodpecker. Yeah, probably woodpecker. And then that one is your floating hearts. Not floating leaves, well they are, but they're floating heart leaves. Like that. £21.51. Should be £24.92. You're not going to be paying £24.92 or anywhere near £21 either. Here we go, plummet, plummet, plummet. £15.99, thank you very much. Those of you that are already in are probably going, yes, that's more like it. 35% off. It is like winning something. I know you're buying it, and it seems a bit daft saying that, but it is like you kind of think, I want to put that in my basket, I want to get it, but I don't want to pay the full price. I've saved myself nearly 10 quid, thank you very much. Go out and have a cheeky takeaway with that tonight, treat yourself. Yeah. Now I'm feeling hungry, actually. £15.99. I shouldn't have said that. Okay, lots of you coming in. How many have we got? Many? £9 off the price. It's still going to go down, though. For Imagination Crafts, you've got 20 sheets of laminated card. You've got 4 stencils, isn't it? 4 stencils, and then 4 sets of 5 laminated cards. £15.83. How many have we got? Here comes the quantity on the screen. 22, that's good. So there's 22 chances for you to get in. If you, oh, it's dropping. 4 went straight away there. 4 people checked out online or on the phones at exactly the same time. That's how quickly these auctions can go. I never know exactly where this price is going to go. I've got no idea. I could hazard a guess, and sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm horrendously wrong. In either direction, you know. Sometimes I think, oh, it's going to go to 60 quid, and it goes to 9.99. I never know. And you control it. It is totally your way of getting involved in controlling the auction because, you know, if 12 of you check out now, it'll be £15.83. That's it, auction gone. So that will be the closing price. But we've got 12 left. We've got 11 left. There's every chance that price may move down further. And it is. It's going down. So when we get to 0, you control that by checking out, and then you control what the final price is. You have to check out while the auction is live. It's live now. When you hear price lock, that auction has ended and we've moved on to the next one. So you're basically missing out on that auction by not checking out. We don't want you paying the higher price. That's happened to a few people. We don't want that to happen. It'll happen to you if you wait and check out after the auction's closed. You've got to get in before you hear that price lock announcement. 9 left. In for another plummet. I didn't think we'd do that. There's just 9 remaining, but we're doing it. How low can we go? How low can we go? £13, nearly half the price. With 9 spaces left in the auction, everyone's going to pay £13 at the moment. Even if you've already checked out, that's the price you'll pay at the moment. But will it be your final price? Or can we do any more? Can we take another penny or two off, or another £1 or two off? Don't know. I don't get involved, and none of us do. We purposefully choose not to. Yeah, 2p off. 12.98. 4 left. 3 left. We just stand here and show you what's what. And then it's up to you to control the game, because that's what you do. Final two at 12.98. Can that be the final price? It is just over half price, with 1 left from Imagination. Imagination Crafts. 1 left, it's gone.
Price lock.
Di, you got the last one. You're there going, whew, thank goodness for that. Hot today, and it's actually hotter here today than where I was for my holiday. No word of a lie. I went to Gozo, next to Malta. Got friends that live there. And it's hotter here today than it was there all week last week. The first day I was there, I had a thunderstorm. I thought, oh, great. And we're having a heat wave back in the UK. But it hotted up, as you could probably tell. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying the weather. And if it's too hot for you, stay indoors, keep the curtains pulled, keep us company, and we'll give you some bargains. Right, now, Studio 490. Studio 490, they are a mixed media company that give you components, is the best way I can think of describing it, with which you can put your own twist on stuff. It's a bit like MDF, and some of them are MDF, and some of them are grey board, and they kind of mix and match what they use to give you. And what you've got here today are basically mini frames, gatefold journal, a large page or two, and an art school coordinates collection as well. Now, you look at it and you kind of think, well, what do I do with that then? Well, I mean, that pretty obviously is going to make a fantastic book or two, isn't it? Front cover, back cover, decorate them, great journals. So you love all this sort of stuff, and I can see why. Karen, you're in, you know that you want this. Here we've got this selection here, for example, is the art school coordinates. So you've got things like, I wonder what that was to start with. Now I've read the title of it. It's a pencil sharpener. It took me ages looking at it, thinking, what's that supposed to be? Yeah, and there's your pencil. You've got your tube of glue, all the things that you need, basically. And it gives you ideas as to how to decorate a plaque and make something lovely out of what you've got there. So you can choose to copy that, or you can choose to go your own way. It's up to you. Over here, we've then got the mini frames. These are really lovely. And maybe if you want to make your own ATCs or anything along those lines. This is made from, this is not a chipboard, this is actually like a grey board, but it's very, very tough and very, very strong. So you've got the positive and the negative with those, because you've got the plaque that gets cut out in the middle, and you've then got the frame that goes around the outside edge. So you get lots of those. And then down the end here, this one is your large pages. Yeah. Now, they can go in that journal, or you can put pages yourself that you want to bind in there. It's entirely, you do with it really what you want. You've basically got the hard backgrounds, or if you wanted hard pages in there, again, you can decorate those how you see. It's up to you. Okay, so that's basically all the components you've got here today from Studio 490. Let's get that price down. Let's give it a plummet. Let's get it down to where we're going. $22.67, nearly half price. Thank you very much, I'll take that. Now, how we reach the star price, because these normally are separate kits. So if we show you the full page that shows you, normally you pay $7.58 for the mini frames, $9.84 for the gatefold journal, the 10 pieces, which is the last one I showed you. Then the large pages, the 6-piece set, which I said you could actually make maybe 3 or 4. No, you could probably make three books out of that if you wanted to, if you had them as fronts and backs. And then you've got the art school coordinates, the 14 pieces, which are the pencil sharpener, the pencil, the glue, and everything else. So that together comes to £43.51. Today, at the moment, it is nearly half that price. £22.67. Nicola, you've got them. You've got them in your basket. Have you checked out what you can be making with them? We'd love to, in the future, see pictures of what you've done with some of these, because I bet some of them are amazing. I bet all of them are amazing. $22.54. Still going down. Not showing the quantity yet, so there's every chance you could get in and get it for less than £22.41. Remember, you're getting these panels here. It's up to you what you do with them. To me, this is the front and back of a book. A memory book or a photo album or recipe book, whatever you want to do. And you get 3 of those fronts and backs. You get a jagged, you get the mounds, and you get the scalloped edges, okay? So you get those 3. So that's 3 potential memory books there. Okay, you've got to put the leaves inside it and so on. Here you've got your components from the art world. Glue, pencil sharpener, pencil, pen, and so on. I mean, if you're doing like an art crafty book or something along those lines, making a kind of a journal of what you love, a technique book or anything like that, perfect for that. But it shows you how you can actually incorporate all those elements into like a little plaque that you can put on the wall. There we are, look. So it's like an homage to crafting. And then we have our frames, which are just here, and again they have got the positive and the negative. If you want to be different with those and maybe put some double-sided foam pads behind some of them, raise them up a little bit, sink them in, play with them. Get lots of those, and then you get down the bottom here, which is what they called the no, it wasn't, they called it the gatefold, that's it, the gatefold journal. So this is like a front and back, and then of course you've got these which can be leaves of your gatefold journal with pre-drilled holes, and yeah, separators as well. Because obviously with your journals you often like to use embellishment. So you've got separators there to give it a little bit of depth and width to the pages of your journal. 43.51? Oh no. What about £16 and a penny? Don't forget the 1 pence. Over 60% off the price. £16 and a penny, and here comes the availability. What have we got left? Only 6. How long have we got on the show? 7 minutes. 7 minutes. So we'll probably have maybe 1 more, maybe 2 more if we're lucky. Depends on you. Depends on how quickly you get in and how quickly the auctions end. 4 left. Now this is going to be a quick one. Not much of this remaining. Only 2 left at £16 and a penny. Going down to 1. 1 more. If you check out now, you've got the last one. Whoever you may be, it's gone.
Price lock.
Everyone pays the final low price. Locked price, £16 and a penny. Lots of happy campers tonight, which is great. Good news. Now, talking of fabric, we've got our brilliant Threaders one-day special coming up with Lizzie and myself in about 10 minutes. She's limbering up over there in the corner. I'll be with her very soon. But before we go to Lizzie, let us have a little look at the Mill Shop Online. Every time we do anything from the Mill Shop Online, or to be fair, any time that we do fabric on Craft Price Drop, it always goes quickly. Everybody loves a fabric bargain. We've got 6 fat quarters from the Mill Shop Online. Now, if I just hold one of them up for you, they are not all different, but they are, some of them are different patterns. Here you've got a beautiful toadstool and a lovely kind of tree and bloom pattern on there, quite subtle. It's got like a kind of camel background with hints of green and pink on it. This one I love because this has got wildlife in it. Love a bit of wildlife. How cute is this? The fox, the rabbit, the hedgehog, the owl as well. So if you love your kind of outdoor wildlife scenes, again, slightly different colour, but not far off. That's not like an oatmeal, that's more of a kind of like a creamy taupey colour. This is proving popular. We've got a lovely pale green as well. These would be great for all sorts of projects. Hello, Diana, you're in. You could make maybe a pinny out of this. You could, again, quilt with it and patchwork with it if you wanted to. All sorts of wonderful things that you can make with this. Maybe makeup bags, anything along those lines. That's adorable as well. That's also got the same characters, but this time a very pale green background to it. Same again with the toadstools, but this time we've got a pale blue. So basically there are 2 patterns. One with the tree and a toadstool, the other with the animals, but then you get all of these wonderful different colours. But they're all from a similar family. They all work together very well. I think a couple of them you get 2 of. Oh, no, that is a slightly different colour. I thought that was the same, but they are slightly different shades of that colour. All 100% cotton. Lovely, lovely quality from Mill Shop Online. £20.59, down from £23.99 at the moment. But that is only a trickle. I call that a trickle, not a plummet. If you want a plummet, it may or may not happen. I'm not in control. I've got my virtual button doesn't work anymore. Can I try it? I've not tried it for 2 weeks. It might be a bit rusty. I thought they'd taken it off me. Nope, it's back. Okay, £20.13. Okay, now here comes the plummet. Right, £20.13. We can do better than that. I knew we'd do better than that. How much better? £15.55. So about £8.44 off. £2.60 per fat quarter. That amount of fabric for £2.60, and you're getting how many of them? 6. 6 fat quarters. All with a theme that really does work together. I mean, if you had 6 completely different random fabrics, you probably would struggle to kind of work out a way of putting them together unless they've been specifically selected for their colourways or whatever. But this is all working together very, very nicely. Is it going to be a little pinny for the kitchen? Is it going to be a makeup bag? Is it going to be cosmetics? And it's anything like that. It could be anything at all you want it to be. Lots of you coming in for this one. I've got a shirt actually on the way. Not a shirt. No, don't worry, it's not one with dripping paint on it like the last one. But in this sort of colour linen, not with the pattern on it, and it's just a simple kind of grandad shirt. But you know, the grandad neck, the grandad collar. So not that I'm a grandad, but well, not far off age-wise. 15.55. 15.55. That is an £8.40 saving roughly. 9 opportunities to get in this auction to get yourself the Mill Shop Online Woodland Fat Quarters. I think these have been on air before, haven't they? Yeah, I thought I recognised them. They were very busy last time, they're very busy today. So if you've already got them and you want to add more to your stash, you're thinking, I just don't have quite enough to do what I want, here's your chance. We're going lower. The arrows are flashing down. Here we go. Boop. 13.31. £10.60 odd off. So that's saving you best part of about 180 each sheet of fabric. That's what you're saving on each one. I think that might be the last auction. So look down at my pod and there's nothing there. It's completely bare. Now how much? £2.22 per fat quarter. £2.22, and they are yours each. They should have been just under £4 per fat quarter. So 13.31 is a great price. They are going quickly. We've got 4 left and literally only a couple of minutes left on the show. 3 left. Remember, we do this every single day, even weekends and bank holidays as well, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. and an online version at 11 a.m. at craftpricedrop.com. One lucky person is going to get the last set of those fat quarters. Liz, you're that lucky person. Liz.
Price lock.
She had a mobile. No, no, it wasn't Lizzie. Not allowed our mobiles in the studio. 13.31 is what everybody pays. That's the lock price for the Mill Shop Online. And if you love your fabrics, remember, we are going to be having Fabric Heaven for you in the next part of our evening. We've got another look at the one-day special. 2 brand new threaders kits coming up, which are fantastic fabric kits, which you can make for bunting. You can also make the most amazing Advent Christmas tree too. Lots of fat quarters, lots of great excitement around that, and some wonderful meter bolts coming up too, which probably aren't going to last very long through tomorrow, if not tonight. So that's what's coming up between 8 and 9 live. Whatever you do, make sure that you're up bright and early. At 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, Janice will be here bright and breezy with a live craft price drop at 7 a.m. And also 11 o'clock, we do an online one every day, just purely at craftpricedrop.com. Now, if you're an overseas viewer, you can also take part in all our shows by being a Freedom member. If you're in any of these European countries, you can sign up for Freedom membership today for €14.97 per month. So that is then €11.99 standard delivery per item. Or if you sign up to Freedom, that takes care of all of your postage. You don't have to pay that. And also, if you're in the US, there's also a Freedom for you as well. There's a full page for that as well, which we can show you. If not today, have a little look online. You can find out. So really, wherever you're watching us around the world, you can take part in Craft Price Drop and also standard Hochanda shows, and look forward to Freedom membership as well. Freedom membership is just getting bigger and bigger and expanding. Become part of the community and enjoy the benefits. I'll see you with Lizzie for the one-day special then in a couple of ticks from now. So yes, it's our festive Fabricits one-day special, because it is our festive special, our fantastic 17 days of Christmas credit. Sugar buttons is after that, and then more from our one-day special a bit later.
The fantastic Pebeo gilding waxes are made from very fine metal particles coated with wax and acrylic resin. These produce a high quality finish on many surfaces, including metal, wood, glass, and are perfect for many crafting projects. These 30ml pots are available in 5 unique colours. To stock up, go to hochanda.com.
Hi, I'm Leslie from Chocolate Baroque, and we design and manufacture our own rubber stamps right here in the northeast of England. We have a wonderful in-house designer called Sue, who hand draws all the images, which we then transfer into rubber stamps. We have very elaborate designs. We have everything from steampunk right through to beautiful florals, and then we have scenic and we have words. Our stamps are beautifully elaborate, very detailed, exquisitely etched, and the quality is next to none. So good that if you look after your stamps, we guarantee them for a lifetime. Whether it's stamping, mixed media or art journaling, join us at Hochanda for our journey into everything creative and messy, and see what you can create with our stamps.
Flexi order has arrived at Hochanda. What is Flexi order? When you place an item on FlexiBuy in your basket, you qualify for Flexi order, which means any other items you add to your basket will also be included in your FlexiBuy payments, so you can spread the cost over multiple monthly payments. After your first payment is made, your entire order will be dispatched. When you add at least £60 worth of any items to your shopping baskets, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flexi order offer. This means you can spread the cost of your order over equal monthly FlexiBuy payments, offering you the extra flexibility when you shop with us. Flexi order, making your shopping experience with Hochanda easier.
Good evening, hello, welcome to our one-day special. We launched it at 6 o'clock, as we do every single day here at Hochanda, and lovely Lizzie's back. Good to see you.
Evening.
How are you?
Had a holiday then?
Yeah, a little bit. I feel like I need another one now.
Yes, very seasonal.
Yes. I did feel a bit odd putting the Christmas hat on this afternoon, I must admit. But yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Now, brilliant to have your company tonight, because we're bringing you, obviously, the 17 Christmas days here at Hochanda, and this is our one-day special from Threaders, which has been hugely popular because these are basically fabric kits, advent calendar, and bunting, everything you need in one, plus you get 6 fat quarters as well, and the fabric panel. It's a brilliant all-in-one.
Yes, it absolutely is, and each one of these has their own set of instructions in there. You've got matching thread, you've got bobbles in this one as well, so you can add the bobbles if you wish. So everything is included to make this particular item, which is the tree. This is the first one.
Now you get the thread in there, you get the fat quarters in there, you get the fabric panel, which will open out a bit later on as well. But this is going to be so much fun. This will become a family heirloom in the future.
Well, it absolutely will. So if you've got 1 or 2 of these, you could give these to the grandchildren or your children, because, you know, each child will want one each. I have to say that now.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
It ought to have a disclaimer on it. And then, of course, because it's fabric, it'll last, well, for years and years and years and years and years.
Now, I'll be honest, when I first saw this, I thought, oh, it's a choice of, for that price, $35.97. It is not.
No, because
you get the tree, and you also get...
Excuse me.
Your festive bunting. Now, I
This
can't
is
think
lovely.
of anything nicer than having bunting at Christmas time.
And I love the colours of this as well. I don't know if we've got it twisted down. I don't think it matters too much, because they're actually double-sided as well. So even though this could be twisted, it's not, it doesn't matter.
No.
So this means if you're going to hang this in a window, everybody outside is going to see something gorgeous, and everybody inside is going to see something gorgeous. And of course, you know, you're going to make it with lots of love, and you could put your own ribbons on here if you want to, but actually you get the ribbon included and the bobble trim as well, enough to go around 4 of the triangles, and of course all the double-sided shapes that you need. And actually, I'm meant to say that all the designs are printed straight onto the fabric, so there's no measuring, there's no worry, there's no paper pattern to trace around.
Let me just show you that, because that is an important aspect of it.
Very.
And you do get 6 fat quarters as well, 3 with each of the kits.
Look
This
at
is
that.
the panel. Look at the panel.
Isn't it lovely?
All you have to do is cut it out.
Yeah, and so you've got back and front for each of those triangles as well. But you know what you could do? You could use all of these as fronts and put your own fabric on the back, so you're making double.
Good idea.
It's entirely up to you.
And
You can put wadding in, you can stabilise them, it's entirely up to you.
If I quickly show you the other panel as well for the advent calendar tree, here it comes. And
This
little
is
pockets,
enormous.
This is. And little pockets that you can put sweets in. If maybe you know that someone's going to have a little cheeky raid of the advent calendar one evening and all the chocolates disappear, just put them in one at a time.
Yes, exactly. Or you could put little notes in there to say you can. If you go there, you'll find your little treat for the day. You could put some pennies in there as well if you wanted to. But everything is pre-printed, so you don't have to add a seam allowance either. You just follow the line all the way around and cut out. Again, you can use wadding. Again, you can use stabilizer. These are such great projects. So even if you're a beginner or a really advanced stitcher, they're going to be that project that you think, oh, do you know what? I need to stitch something today. Get these out of the box, stitch them in an afternoon.
And you're also getting 6 fat quarters, 3 in this one, 3 in this one. Yeah. And these are brand new festive
These
fabrics.
are the Winter Wonderland fabrics, launched at 6 o'clock today to much excitement. Our stock is rapidly dwindling away. And you're getting in the fat bundles 1 fat quarter of every single one of these fabrics. Yeah. So even if you think, well, you know what, I'm not sure I want to buy a whole metre yet. I don't know why you wouldn't, but you know what. In these fat quarters, you're going to get a little taster of what the fabric is like.
And it's like 1 fat quarter bundle is free. You're not paying for it because you're saving £8 and a penny, £35.97, 630118, and you get 2 fabric kits. So maybe one can do the bunting, someone else in the family can do the treat, or you can do both of them. 2 packs of fat quarters. You get the ribbon and everything else as well. And if you do love the fat quarters on their own, we have got them, I believe.
They're individually,
individually. There they are.
The 2 together without the fabric kits.
Yeah.
So you're getting both of those together there.
So if you just want the 2 fat quarters, £15.98 for the 6. Okay, set 1 and set 2.
And such great value. Like I say, these are brand new fabrics. To have them at this sort of price point is incredible, and it's worth getting in early, because if you're making things for Christmas, I know this is, you know, it's so hot outside, but actually, as a stitcher, I wouldn't want to be starting now. You know, because a lot of things take a little while if you want to make a quilt, a quilted cushion, a bit of patchwork.
But also, if you're going away for a couple of weeks in July or August and you want to take projects with you, if you're going in a motorhome or a caravan or something
English
like that.
paper piecing might be something that you want to do. The fat quarters are great for that, actually, because you've got the smaller pieces. So a fat quarter is, if you can visualise a whole quarter, a whole half metre, you're just cutting it down the centre where the fold line is of the fabric, and that is a fat quarter. Right. So it's a good size.
Now we've also got, this is something that threaders are so good at doing. They actually use the same dye that's used to print the fabric to actually make the threads. So to have coordinating threads is such a clever and good idea. And you get the 36-piece charm pack as well. So for patchwork and that sort of thing.
Oh, it's perfect.
Absolutely
because
perfect.
These could just be stitched together. They could be made into, cut diagonally and made into half-square triangles. And if you think, oh, the red's not on there, you know what, if I bring up the wrapped up, the red is on there as well. So if I just bring those 2 pieces of fabric in together, and that's just 2 out of the 6, you can see how those threads work, and you've got 900 metres of thread.
Wow. Now, we've actually got the threads on their own in the bottom of the screen for $14.99, but for £3 more, you're getting all of these fantastic
36 pieces.
36 of
yeah,
them.
36.
So that's just too good to miss out on. Saving £6, 053 990. If you've got your builder blocks or anything like that, perfect for that.
Well, yes, because they're already pre-cut. So, I mean, it won't obviously fit the bigger dies, but they'll certainly fit the smaller ones. And you'll be able to make the most sensational little quilt with that. Or table runner, that type of thing, Christmassy things, table mats, that sort of thing. You know what, Christmas is the time where we actually really do a lot of stitching. So to have a charm pack, and you've got the threads as well, and I would only use these for top stitching because they are cotton. They're really good quality.
Can I ask you, Lizzie, if someone wants to make things to sell with these fabrics, is that okay to do
absolutely,
that?
and I would love to see them actually before they sell them.
You know, if you're doing Christmas fairs in October, November, then make them now, sell them then. Yeah, makes sense.
And the thing is, we do need that time. You know, I'm not saying anything about any other craft, but with stitching, you do need a little bit of time to get these things planned, cut, stitched, and then put together ready.
Now, lots of brand news tonight, including the brand new zips on a roll. When I first saw these a few months ago now, the concept of them, I mean, I was so blown away, because I just thought zips, you just have to get the right shape and right size, and it took forever to find what you were looking for. These are 3 brand new colours. Again, they've been designed to go with the festive fabrics brilliantly.
Yes.
And you get a total of, is it 10 sliders and 5 metres of zip. And you get them in these wonderful, wonderful colours. Forest green, gold, and also this beautiful ocean blue.
Isn't it gorgeous? So if I bring in that same piece of fabric again, because it doesn't matter which fabric I pick up actually, you can see now how the colours work. That gorgeous green, I mean, I absolutely adore it. The mustard is in there as well, because we've got some, oh gosh, yes, metallic
Gold,
stuff
yeah.
on there. God, I can't get my words out. And then you've got that beautiful teal, so it really does match beautifully.
Well, every piece of the fabric actually has a little hint of metallic on it. It's not
Yeah.
garish, it's very understated,
Very
but it is
subtle.
very much on there, and we'll show that to you when we show you the big meter
Yeah.
bolts in a second. Now, the zips on a roll are normally £7.99 each, so therefore this is buy two and get one for half price.
Yes, good
So
deal,
it
isn't
is a
it?
good deal,
Really
very
good deal.
So 15 metres of zip, basically, and you trim it to whatever size you want.
Yeah, and like I say, if you've never put a zip in before, or you're got zip phobia, these are great because it means you can cut off a piece without the slider on and just test it out on a piece of scrap fabric. You're getting 5 metres in each of those rolls, so you're getting 15 metres of zippage, and you're getting 30 of those sliders, so you've got tons to play with. I would love to see projects with these zips in, because you know what, they're so complementary. You know, whatever you make, whether it's a bag or whether it's a makeup bag, a zip purse, a pouch, a gift bag, a back of a zip, a back of a cushion, I mean, with this complementary zip in, it's going to look stunning.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
Again, to have the coordinated zip sliders on there as well just finishes it off a treat, makes it look more professional. And it
Yes.
works out to 67 pence a zip.
It's amazing.
If you get 10 from each.
I have to say, you would struggle to find a zip for that sort of price.
To cut it, could you just use ordinary scissors?
Ordinary scissors are absolutely fine because this is like a nylon here. I mean,
Right.
I tend to use my paper scissors anyway, just out of habit. But don't fret too much. This is not a metal zip; it's nylon, so
Right.
it's perfect for your scissors.
Now, what really flew in the 6 o'clock show, no surprises there whatsoever, because this is a chance for you to go for these brand new fabrics that
Yep.
are featuring in the one-day special and in the charm packs,
Yep.
but as full 1 metres. And I can then show you a little bit more closely on our swatches here what these fabrics are. Now, you've got 1 metre. You choose between any of the descriptions I'm about to give you. 100% high-quality cotton.
Yep.
Most of them have got a little bit of a goldy hint to them
Yeah.
as well. Like on this one here, for
Foiling,
example.
that's the word.
If you just, in this case, it's the star. The
Yeah.
star's got the gold foiling on it, but it's, nowhere else.
not, like you say, it's not garish.
No.
It's enough just to catch the light.
Now, this is Arctic Friends. If you like the look of this one, a metre fabric bolt of Arctic Friends approaching 40% gone
Yeah.
from the launch show. Only £9.59. We've got a freedom price delivered for £9.59 for a metre. If someone wants 2 metres, is it 2 separate
They're going to
meters?
get bolts because
Right.
all of our fabric tends to be on bolts because it's nice and neat for people. People like to stack them
Yeah.
up and use them as they go. So it's 2 separate 1 metre bolts. But you know, I asked our Facebook ladies what they would make with them, and it ranges so much from little girls' dresses to pyjamas to little gift bags to Christmas crackers on your table, table mats, table runners, all sorts.
This one's Pink Frost.
That's
which
essential.
Isn't necessarily festive. I mean, that's an all-year-round fabric,
Yeah,
isn't it?
and you know what, guys, if you can run to 2, that's the one that you need, because any of the other fabrics that we have go perfectly with
I
them.
see. Yeah, there's a
Absolutely
pink bauble in that
perfectly.
one.
Yeah.
There was a pink hexagon in the other one a minute ago.
Yeah.
So that one's Pink Frost. This one is, you're approaching 40% on that one. Festive Ornaments is this one. And that is approaching a quarter of the stock gone. A little bit more of the gold foiling on the baubles there.
Yes.
Those baubles have got gold foiling. But again, it's very understated. Not too sparkly, otherwise that kind of makes it look cheap, I think.
Well, yeah, and it's, yeah, like you say, it's very subtle, very classy, very grown up. But look at that, little trees, look, they've got the foiling on as well. Just catches the light beautifully.
Now, Winter
Nothing too
Wonderland
garish.
is this one. And that is approaching 40% of the entire day stock went in the launch show. That was undoubtedly the most popular option at 6 o'clock. So if you're watching us live at 8:10 now, this will be repeated later on tonight as well. But if you're watching us live at 8:10, that is a live update. Then get it before tomorrow because it may not make it through many shows.
Oh, I hope it does.
This is Dash. There's Dash. Approaching a third of the stock of Dash is gone.
And you can see how the zips on a roll would work beautifully. Well, they would work beautifully with all of them, but that one in particular.
The
And can
gold.
you see how
Yeah.
you could cut these circles out and applique on them to another project, or use, obviously, the fabric as it is, but it's really gorgeous.
And this one, wrapped up. I think that's my favourite.
Yeah, candy cane,
Yeah,
don't
I
you
like
think?
it. Yeah,
Straight
yeah,
away.
it is.
Or just Christmas wrapping paper, you know, when you get gift boxes and things. And don't forget, if you use our fabric stabiliser, the liquid, then you can actually stabilise this and make it into a box as well. So there's no reason why you shouldn't.
So remember, a metre bolt is what it will come as. It's £11.99, but if you're a Freedom member, it's £9.59. So you save that extra couple of pounds, and you don't pay the postage either. And if you want to become a Freedom member to save on your P&P, please do that right now. It's 888 888. You can do that in the same transaction as ordering your meter bolt if you want to too. So that's 595712. But we're live at just after 8:10, and I don't know how long we're going to have these meter bolts for tomorrow. That's the big worry. So if you want them, order them tonight before you go to bed. Now also we've got this Christmas credit going on at the moment. 17 days of Christmas credit. Every day, if you buy something from us one day, the following day you'll have a £5 credit on your account which you can use, and you can put it against something that's costing you £30 or more. It expires each day. So if you buy something today, say for example the one-day special, and then tomorrow you don't use that £5 credit, it's gone. But if you spend £30 tomorrow or more, you can use that £5 credit to come off of what you're spending. So that's what we're doing at the moment through the 17 days of Christmas credit, and very popular it's been as well. So if you want to go maybe for the one-day special today, and you've got a £5 credit that you received yesterday for buying something, that would take your cost down to £30.97, because it's over £30. You can redeem it against that. So just an idea, if you've got that £5 credit sat there, if you think, I don't want to lose it, but I don't want to buy with it, then maybe the one-day special will be a good one. Excellent. And it also works, of course, if you want to go for maybe a few bolts of fabric. So, you know, if you want to go for maybe 4 bolts or something like that, then that will take you over the £30 as well. It doesn't have to be just one item at that price. And we've also got a happy hour deal that's been added to the show as well. We're changing the details for that. I didn't realise this, so we're... oh, right, now we've got options on this. I didn't know this was in the show this hour. So we've got the Vintage Trail, which is that one. Dreamcatcher, these are all embroidery kits, as you can probably see. Cat. And hello. It's got to be said that way. It has to be said that way. Now, you're saving £3 off the price, only for this hour until 9 o'clock tonight, OK? £9.99. You get the hoop, you get the fabric, the thread, everything you need to do that. So again, a really good starter kit for anyone that's interested in taking up embroidery. 565161.
Oh dear.
Hello.
That's made my night.
Has it really? Yeah. You're easily pleased.
Oh, I don't know. What can I say?
What we're doing first then, Lizzie?
Well, actually, I'm going to demonstrate with the fabric, because which is the Winter Wonderland, our new fabrics. We've seen the fabric kits, and we can open those out as we go along, Dave. But you know what? I'm really tempted to use the fabrics, as long as you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Good. I was going to do it anyway.
Okay. I thought you might.
And I brought some samples across to the table because it just shows how well the fabric works together. If you pick up that one, yes.
This one?
Yes, because I want to show how the Winter Wonderland, which was our most popular fabric, goes with that pink. So you can see straight away, very simple cushion to make, but actually look how lovely it looks together. So that pink, you know, even with the bag here, the box here, and this gorgeous bag, which has like an internal sort of compartment, all those pinks work together with any of those fabrics, because they're all different.
I was quite surprised to see a pink in a festive collection, but it works
really
well, doesn't it?
It really works. So it doesn't matter what you make, that pink is essential to the collection, I think, in my personal opinion.
I think you're right. And this is a lovely little festive tree.
Yep.
Made out of a fabric.
Can I explain how that's done? Because so many people admire these things and have no idea where to start. I think it's our Catherine that made these. Thank you very much, Catherine. They've all been hand-stitched here, so that's important that you know that. But each one of these trees is actually... let me do it that way. Is one tree... Oh, hold on, bit of something or other. Is one tree. Look, if I open him up, he's just one tree stitched down the centre.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and then if I turn him around, I don't know why he's a him. If I pull that out, he's one tree as well.
Right.
And so is this one here,
right.
The baubles. So all of these have been stitched together right through the centre, like that, and then they open up. And they open up because you stuff this through its bottom.
Right.
And then you just hand stitch that close, or machine stitch if you can manage. And that's how you make it. So as long as you can find a Christmas tree shape, or just draw one yourself, then that's how it's done. So 3 Christmas trees, and they're all stitched down the centre, and poof, there we are.
And of course we've got lots and lots of magazine hints and tips from Crafters Companion and the Threaders as well on our website. If you're a complete novice and you're thinking, OK, well, I know I want the fabric, but I don't really know what to do project-wise, there's lots of help, isn't there?
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, all of the magazines. And we've got some bundles, haven't we, I think, on this show, I think. But each one has at least 30 projects in, and a lot of them can be converted to Christmas things.
Well, I didn't realise we had these on the show either, but there's 11 and 12 together for just £14. £11.98 if you're looking for lots of project ideas.
11 and 12? Well, that's the quilt along.
Is it?
So that covers 1 and 2 of the quilt along.
Right.
Because we're not on 13 yet. That's next month.
Right.
So actually, whoa, that's a good pair to get.
Have we got a picture? Could we show that? 11 and 12. 13's coming out next month, but 11 and 12 together for £14.98. Just so you can see, there we are. That's basically what you're looking at there.
Gosh, that's a good price.
With yeah, you've got some goodies inside, £30 worth of kit inside each one. So instantly you've got £60 worth of bonus there. But lots of ideas. And the quilt along, tell us what that was about.
So the quilt along, so if you look at the left-hand side, that gorgeous quilt there, the orange and the teal and that red colour, that is the quilt along, which was done by our Bernadette. And in issue 11, she tells you how to make 2 blocks. Right. In issue 12, she tells you how to make 2 further blocks. And then obviously in 13, we'll do 2 more. So a lot of the ladies, and even now they're still making the actual blocks to go to make their quilt. And we've also teamed up with Project Linus, which means that if you wanted to donate your quilt at the end, you can, because that's what they do. It's an organisation that takes your quilts, or any other quilt that you make, they will take that. And we've teamed up with them. And we've got an article in there from the lovely Jenny Raymond as well, and lots of you would know Jenny Raymond. So we've got lots going on in the magazines. There must be at least 60 projects. You've also got a pattern pack which has, if our memory serves me right, let's err on the side of caution, at least 15 patterns as well. Plus you're getting templates in there, and from memory it's their bag template, so I mean, how fantastic is that? A bag and a purse. Yep. And then you're also getting a fat quarter in each. I'm remembering now how and one of them is the peacock fabric, which is coming up later in the year. Yeah. So you have a little taster of that. I've just remembered that. And then the other one is the cottage garden. So you've got ½ a metre of fabric.
Well, I mean, it's entirely up to you.
Amazing.
If you're looking at the fabric thinking, I don't know what to do with any of it, then get those magazines for £14 and change. You're getting £60 worth of goodies in there with the magazines anyway, and order your fabrics at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you know what? In the last 24 hours, I've made probably 3 or 4 projects because I love the fabric so much. And I know over the next couple of weeks, I know I shall make more. And I think that's how it will get you. So, for instance, I want to show you how to make the hot water bottle cover. Right. Now, one of the lovely ladies that's on Facebook said to me, I said, hot water bottle cover, you know, come on, it's the hottest day of the year. But actually what this lady does is fill her hot water bottle with crushed ice.
Good idea.
And then it becomes like a cool bag. And so she puts them on the back of her neck, or maybe your feet start to ache, you've had a busy day, you know, maybe wherever, on top of your head if you've got a headache, anything where it's going to give you comfort, you could use your hot water bottle.
Well, it's very much like flasks, isn't it? I mean, that keeps you warm in the winter, but it can also hold cold things in the summer.
Yes.
So
yes, so make one now with the gorgeous Winter Wonderland fabric. It's so pretty, I know you'll want to. And then, I mean, I've put a book pocket in here, so if you're making it for a little one, or even for yourself, you can put a book pocket in there, and you don't have to, it's just optional. I'm going to talk to you all about that. One side is just plain with the Winter Wonderland fabric, and I've just stipple quilted it so it looks pretty, and then on the other hand we've got the baubles.
Before we get into the demo, can I just quickly run through the options that we've got again, because then you'll know if you're wondering which is which. I don't remember what them said. That's Arctic Friends, okay? And they've all got little elements of gold foil on them, apart from the pink. The pink hasn't. That is beautiful, isn't it? So
I love the penguins. It looks like he's in his igloo and somebody's cut the most perfect hexagon window and he's just peeking out to see what's happening.
Love it. Then we've got Wrapped Up. That was approaching 40% on Arctic Friends. Wrapped Up is approaching a quarter of the stock gone on that one.
This is so sweet,
this one is
isn't
Dash.
it?
And that's approaching a third of the stock gone on Dash. Something makes me want to kind of cut those circles out.
Well, on that cushion I just showed you, I did cut them out, and they're on as a plique.
Winter Wonderland is the busiest with 40% gone. That was at the start of the show, so it's probably going to be even higher than that. This is the Festive Ornaments, approaching a quarter gone.
I think that's quite masculine.
Yeah.
Do you think?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then your pink, which is tying it all together. How much of that's gone? 40% of the pink frost.
And you know, I don't like to tell anybody what to do, far be it, but I would say go for the pink frost and then one of the others. Doesn't matter which, because they all go with it. But the pink frost, I think, is going to be the one that's going to sell out. You know, we bring them back in maybe a month, 6 weeks time, maybe. I don't know when. And I know every time we get it, it's going to be the one that goes. So I would say stock up a bit on
Always
that.
good to get in at the beginning. And
it's such lovely cotton fabric. It really is. You can feel the quality in it, and it's very, very structural, if you like. It's got some body to it because it's quilting cotton.
I mean,
it's
this
really
is
nice.
keeping its shape really effectively.
Oh, no problem at all.
Yeah,
no problem at all. And it's lovely and bright and cheerful. Anyway, I rabbit on.
And it's a refreshing change from red, green and gold at Christmas.
It is actually, although you say that, but we've got the red in there. We've also got the green, albeit a bright green, but now we've got the gold in there too.
But in a modern
So
twist.
We've got the modern twist on it, which I adore. And you know what? There's black on here. Now I think my cushion that I did, the pleated one, I think black around the outside would look amazing. And I was kind of tempted to do that with black, but because it's got red on there, the red tree, I thought, no, I'll stick with red. And you can see the applique little pieces now on the far left-hand side, the little discs. So really, it's up to you. You can bring your own colours in if you want to.
That would have made it look quite masculine,
yeah, it
wouldn't
would.
it? If you had the black border around
and very
it,
classy.
Yeah.
So maybe the next one I do, I'll put a black border around and see what it looks like. But pink and black, so many people have pink and black sitting rooms because it's quite trendy pairing up. Right, hot water bottle cover or cold water bottle cover. Okay.
Which is probably what you're going to do with yours tonight.
Did you know what? That sounds like such a good idea. I'm going to show you how to make it. So get yourself a hot water bottle and that's going to be your measure. So whatever size this is what you're going to make, and you're just going to lay it on your fabric. Obviously I've pre-cut mine to save a bit of time. So if we get one of these pieces, and then you'll be able to see exactly what I've done. So I've used the Winter Wonderland, so you can see that. So all I've done is literally lay my bottle down onto the fabric, and if I lift this up you can see that I've put about, what would you say, about 1.5 inches all the way around. So that gives me a nice seam allowance all the way around. If you wanted to, you could curve these corners if you wish. But I found if I just added and square it up, then that makes the perfect size.
Okay,
and then
good.
I've used ribbon just to sort of bring the neck together. But again, then that's obviously optional. You don't have to put the ribbon in if you don't want to. And it's not dangerous. It's only a short length and it's encased in the seam. So it's not dangerous for children, so you can still think about doing that. So that's your shape. So that's all you need to do. Get your bottle that you're going to use and just put about 1.5 inches all the way around it.
Lovely.
Okay?
Did you
So
say,
pop
so you
that
may have
in.
said it, sorry, I may have missed what you said about the wadding. Is there a special type of wadding you use for this, or not really?
No, I mean I've just if you open it up, I haven't even lined this, so I've just used a fleece in there, and you could do a double layer if you're thinking that the heat will come through too much for a child. So you could either line it or put a double layer of wadding in there, but that's most satisfactory that hasn't been lined because you're not going to see it. Okay. So I would just say your regular polyester wadding is absolutely fine.
And you can always, of course, put a lower temperature of water in there as well if you're a little bit worried about it being too hot. So.
Yeah, I mean it should be fine. So we're just going to start making this now. So I'm going to bring my machine in. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put the wadding on first, and you need about 8 inches in my bottle of hook and loop.
Okay.
Okay, that's the easiest thing I thought, because I thought buttons, they could come off.
Actually, this will make a fantastic Christmas gift as well.
Yeah, because actually you could fill it with things.
Yeah, you could.
That could be your gift bag.
Yeah.
And you've got to, I mean, I don't think I've made a pocket for this one, but you could do the pocket and put bits in there. The Christmas card could go in there, and you could fill this, sorry guys, with chocolates and bits and bobs.
A handmade water bottle cover.
Yeah, it's lovely,
at
isn't
Christmas.
it?
Perfect. Okay, I know we're at the hottest time of the year at the moment,
Yeah.
but yeah.
No, but
working on these projects now, ready for the months to come.
Fill it with crushed ice. Fill it with crushed ice. I think that's a brilliant idea.
And you can, of course, make and sell as many of these as you like for Christmas fairs and stuff like that. They'll go like hotcakes, I'm sure they would.
Yeah. So all I've done there is use my stick and spray. It's my absolute go-to. It really, utterly is. If I start to run out of this, I get a bit panicky, and I'm serious about that.
Now, is this the temporary or the permanent?
This is the temporary.
Temporary one. Okay.
Because I'm not going to quilt it because we just won't have time. I just want to show you the basics of how to put this together, and if I can, do a second project.
If you are ordering it on our website, make sure you get the one for fabric, because there is a paper version as well, so you don't want to do that one.
You could use the permanent one. If you don't want to do any quilting or stitching, top stitching in any way, then you could use the stick and stay. So, in fact, I've just remembered what I was going to do with this. Sorry, not thinking out loud. So you could use the stick and stay, and you need to heat it with an iron for it to be permanent. Right. So with the actual wadding, what I want to do is cut this down by about 1 inch. And I've lost my scissors. Where are my scissors gone? Here, got them. Because I don't want to have too much bulk where I'm putting my hook and loop. So I'm just literally cutting off about 1 inch. And you don't want to get too precious about measurements here, because we're already guessing with going round the hot water bottle cover. And also, I haven't, like I said before, I haven't lined this. And also, again, all I'm going to do is actually bring that raw edge up, because my hook and loop is going to go straight over the top of that. Right. So you're not going to see that raw edge. And you'll never see this little end bit here by the time you've stitched it together. Okay. So all I'm going to do is put my hook and loop on, stitch it together, zigzag around it so it's nice and neat. And it'll be made.
Now, I know we've had an email in and a question from Nick in Bulgaria, who's a regular viewer. Hello, Nick. What did Nick actually say? Oh, he said he's going to be making this cold water bottle. He said, as you can imagine, it gets very, very hot in Bulgaria. And it'd be great.
Do you know, it was 30 degrees today, and the temperature in my car was 30 degrees. In fact, no, it went up to 31.
Well, I left the car park to go to the supermarket in between my shows. 38, it said on my car.
What?
Because it'd been parked in the car park in the sun all day.
Yeah, but you had to go and sit in it.
I know. Malta was, when I was there, it was about 31. About 30, 31.
About here, then?
It was exactly the same. Actually, I think we had better weather here while I was over there. But I mean, if I'd have been here, I'd been working, so I wouldn't have been able to sit in it. So.
Yeah, we don't. It's not the same, is it? No. Because you have to relax when you're away. Because unless you're sightseeing, that's what you do. So I'm stitching about 1/4 inch from my fold line, and I'm just top stitching nice and neatly over the top of my hook and loop. And don't worry about furry side, loop side. Sorry, I'll start again. Don't worry about furry side and hook side, right. Which goes with which. It doesn't matter. And my seam is going right up to the edge there. I'm not stopping where my hook and loop finishes. I'm finishing here. And if you want to take your hook and loop all the way across, then do that. There's no rules. This is something that I just kind of made up a couple of days ago, and I think it looks really effective. I like the book pockets. But equally, if it's a cold water bottle you're going to have, you can put chocolate in there. If you're putting ice in there.
I do love your twist on it, a cold water bottle on the hottest day.
It's not my twist. I never thought of it.
It's good though.
It was one of the ladies. I thought it was amazing. So
that's people watching right now going, I could do one of those right this minute.
Yeah, do you know, I bet it's really warm in your homes tonight. I bet it really is. So I'm just kind of eyeballing that so they kind of match up together. And again, I just start from the very edge. Let's just bring that up.
While you're just doing that, let me just remind you then of the options of our meter bolts, remember. This is the launch tonight of the brand new fabrics from Threaders. This is Arctic Friends. 40% of Arctic Friends went earlier on. Really cute penguin scene there. And remember, each of the sheets has got a little hint of gold foiling, but it's not garish at all. It's not very reflective at all. It's just the star on this one is where you've got a little bit of gold. You can probably see it flickering in the light. This next one is wrapped up. That's 1/4 of the stock gone. I do like that one. I love all the colours in that. The mustard and the blue works really well. And there is that pink running through it as well, which is kind of the key colour that Lizzie was talking about. That's wrapped up. We then have the dash, which is that one there, approaching 1/3 of the stock gone on dash. Dash as in the reindeer, obviously. Then we've got the most popular one, Winter Wonderland. 40% of that went in the launch show at 6 o'clock this evening. Very busy this evening for it as well. And then you've got your festive ornaments, which are your baubles with a lovely denim blue background. Approaching 1/4 of the stock on that one has gone. And then the pink frost. over 40% gone, which is a kind of key colour that ties the whole thing together nicely. And they are on a Freedom discounted price of £9.59 delivered. If you're not a Freedom member, you can still buy them. It's £11.99 each, plus your delivery, obviously, but makes sense to become a Freedom member, really.
Right, so I've stitched my hook and loop on at both ends, and I've done top and bottom as well. So when we turn it over, you can probably just about see the tram lines going down there. Make sure your trees are the right way around, by the way.
Oh yes,
and your
that's
baubles.
the sort of thing I do.
And your baubles, there is a direction. So if we can get in there, girls, we've got like little, what are they called? Those little grabby things on the top of baubles. There's a name for them.
Yeah, there is a name
there?
for it. I can't think what it's called.
Yeah, little metal things. Anyway, you can see that these are the right way round because that's where the little metal piece is at the top of the bauble.
Or something like that, maybe.
So all we're doing is right sides together, and obviously you can pin this or use your quilt clip, so I'm just going to eyeball it. Rubbish bit of cutting out, I have to say. I don't know who did that, I'm sure. And then all you're going to do is join this together. Now, if you've got an overlocker, you could overlock all the way down both sides and then just machine stitch there, because that would be nice and quick. Because an overlocker
Bead
does
caps,
make
they're
it.
called.
Bead caps.
Bauble bead caps.
Really? Gosh, never knew that. So, about, I'm going to say ½ an inch, because my cutting out was obviously absolutely rubbish. So I don't know if I'm catching all the layers, so I'll go for a generous. If you cut this out with a rotary cutter and you're neat, ½ an inch should be fine. But what you can do is, now when we get to this part, you could round this off if you want. I've kept mine square because it's easier, but you could easily round those off. Coming up to here, we're just going all the way around. You don't have to worry at all about an opening because, of course, that is the big piece with the hook and loop. So again, we'll just come all the way around. I think I just went off.
Because normally on bought bottle covers, the top is kind of open.
Yes, and I think that's a bit dangerous,
yeah, I do
actually.
Too.
You know, if
I
was...
like the idea of being able to kind of conceal that and then have the hook and loop at the bottom.
Because if I was giving this to my grandson, I'd want to make sure that it was totally enclosed before I gave it to him. And of course, you can unscrew those little caps, can't you? So I'd be a bit nervous about that. So this encloses. That's why I put the ribbon on it as well, because it completely encloses it and makes it safe. And also, the hook and loop is really strong. I mean, really super strong. So a little one might not be able to open that up so well. So I thought about just about everything. Now, I think this would, and don't forget to do your locking stitch on the bottom there. This ought to be completely neatened off and then zigzagged. But I won't do that because I've got another project I want to do. But you could sort of neaten this off. Into the corners, you're going to clip. And, gosh, I don't know who I employed to cut my pieces out. That's me. It seemed all right when I did it. It's weird, isn't it? So we're just neatening that. Not that anybody's going to see it, but you're going to just trim all this off, zigzag it so it's nice and strong, and then you're done. You are done. You can put your ribbon in. No, you can put your ribbon into your seams, or you can hand stitch them or machine stitch them on now. We can do that.
So then we're having to put up with freezing cold feet in the winter.
Or two hot summer days, you can pop your ice in there. But you know, you can quilt it, because I quilted mine. I also put the reading pocket on there as well, so you can put your book in there, or you could put your tablet in there, so you've got it. And I've not pushed those corners out, so it's rounded.
That's a really good point. That could easily be a tablet cover, couldn't it?
Yes, it could.
Same sort of concept.
Yes, it could, yeah. So there we are. So that's made. Up to you whether you put the ribbon on there or not. If I bring this one in, you'll be able to see the ribbon on there like that at the top, and the pocket
and do remember, we do have issue 11 and issue 12 of the magazine as well. If you want some inspiration and some ideas as to techniques and what to do with the fabric when you've got it, if you're buying it and you're starting from scratch, then these are brilliant, because they really are problem solvers and questions answered. So you get issue 11 and issue 12 with about £60 worth of bonus goods inside it as well, including some fat quarters and stuff like that. So lots in there. Add that to your order with some fabrics of your choice, the fabrics that you like the look of, and they'll all be on their way in the next few days. Now, if you have a little look at the website, which is hochanda.com, you can see that, well, we're going to show you actually how you can use a flexi order, because something that we recently were able to offer you is if you spend over £60, you can actually, if you want to, split it into 2 payments, so you can make it a much more manageable option to go and consider going for. So we've put a few things in there that have taken our overall spend to over £60, and here today you can spend £37.93 on payment number 1, that's with your postage, and then £32.98 on payment number 2. And what we've actually got in there, as you can see, are the threaders, we've got some meter bolts, and we've also, I think, got the fabric kit, the advent calendar for festive bunting. In fact, that's the one-day special. There it is. It's been split into 2. So that's basically the one-day special, price cut into 2, because you're spending over £60. You can divide the cost. Rather nice. Nice that you can do that. You can go for lots of things that kind of all work together really nicely. Now, the one-day special is brand new, launched at 6 o'clock this evening with Janice and Lizzie. You don't have to choose this because you get both. You get both brand new fabric kits. One that is a panel, which is the advent calendar for the tree.
Yep.
With all these little individual pockets, which are rather gorgeous.
Yeah, in there. But you can put a little note in there or some chocolate in there as well. This one's been quilted. You could stabilise it, but with your iron-on stabiliser, or put your wadding in there if you want, or nothing. It's entirely up to you. But everything is in there to make this beautiful advent calendar. The thread that you need, the instructions that you need, and of course there's a video tutorial with each of these fabric kits online.
If I just show you the panel again as well, because it's not obvious until you see exactly how it comes.
It's enormous. It always gets to me how big this is.
It's huge. But all you've got to do is cut it out, and there's nothing tricky about cutting those panels out at all.
No, and actual fact, everything is nice and curvy, so it's nice and easy to cut out. You don't need to add a seam allowance. It's all been built in. You've even got the lines on the boxes so you can see where you're going to fold those in. And look how well it matches our beautiful new Winter Wonderland fabric.
Rotary cutter or scissors? It doesn't
you know
really
what?
matter.
I would rotary cutter all these pockets for sure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't with the curves.
Right.
No,
just use
a bit more
scissors
tricky.
OK, so that's the panel, and then you get everything else, even the thread that's in the right colour. This is what I love about threads. They go down to the wire for attention to detail. The last thing you want is the thread to kind of jar with the main colour on the panels. That's why they give you that thread in there.
Yeah.
You get 3 of the fat quarters. You get a further 3 in the... So basically all the 6 different big bolts that I showed you, you're getting 6 fat quarters in the same combination of colours.
And that's a metre and a half of fabric.
Metre and a half of fabric in total. You get your red ribbon there as well, because this is the other fabric kit you get, and this is the bunting one.
That's right.
So here we are, look at that.
And it comes with the bobble trim too, and the matching thread. So it's entirely up to you where you put your bobble trim. On the video, it gives you suggestions on how to do it, but you've obviously got the back and front. I would be tempted to add my own fabric on the back and make this a double-sized bunting, because these are as pretty. You could alternate these with the patterns as well.
Well, imagine having, maybe you've got like a lounge-through diner and having this bunting. Yeah, where the lounge becomes the dining room, or a bay window or something. Looks fantastic.
Because it's quite a size. Shall we
I suppose you could even wrap some bunting around Christmas tree.
Of course you can. You can treat it like almost like Christmas lights. Let me take that too. Like Christmas lights, so that it's going to sort of shine somewhere in the room, because this is something that you've made. So you're going to be so proud of it. And of course, if you want to make it and sell it, you obviously can. But you know, I'll be tempted to keep this. But notice all the colours again match our new fabrics. The designs match our fabrics as well. The little cheeky penguins in there. The trees are in there. The reindeers in there. So it all works beautifully. And so if you get your meters of fabric, or you've got to know your fat quarters, but if you add to that, think of the things that you can make for your sitting room or your dining room to actually match your bunting. It would look amazing.
Also, up the balustrade of a staircase.
Yes, up the staircase, that would be great.
Yeah. OK, well, those are your 2 fabric kits, which are brand new. They are our one-day special. They save you quite a bit of money. They save you, by buying them together, £8 and a penny, and it's, in effect, you're getting one of those fat quarter bundles as a bonus. You're not paying for that at all. 630118, your item number. It is our one-day special available right now. Then we've also got the threads. Now, OK, you get the red and the green thread with the one-day special, but if you're buying the meter bolts, or if you indeed buy the threads, you can go for the charm pack in addition to the threads for just £3 more than what the threads cost on their own. And these are a perfect match to the colours that are in the fabric, and they've used the same dye, haven't they?
They absolutely have. So everything matches. If I was to hold these two pieces of fabric up, then you can see how well those colours work. The red's in there, the gold's in there, the teal is amazing, that light blue, the pink, they just all work together. And I would say use these for your top stitching because they are 100% cotton thread, most unusual. 900 metres, 36 pieces in your charm pack as well, so enough to make a beautiful, beautiful quilt. So if you wish, you could leave them as squares, or you can stitch them together and cut them diagonally, so you can make half square triangles and make more sort of bunting shaped pieces if you want to as well. You could probably make 4 cushion fronts with these two, or you could stitch them together and make them into bags for gifts to give away for Christmas. So many things you can do with a charm pack. Charm pack is incredibly popular.
And there's 36 pieces in the charm pack together with all of those threads. If you've gone for the bolts as well, the metre bolts in the earlier show, which so many of you did do because so much of the stock has already gone, then add the threads to your order at the same time and go for these two, because for £3 more it makes sense to go
it's
for those.
incredible.
Yeah, and you'll have everything you need then to make a really good job. A quarter of the stock has gone on the threads and the charm pack. £17.98 the price, £6 saved, and that's 053 900, your item number. Then also, excuse me, the debut of the brand new colours in the zips on a roll, and there are 10 sliders on each one, and if you buy both of them you're getting the other one half price, and these colours again work so well with the colours that are in the fabrics.
Yeah, I mean, I just picked out one just so we can have a look at it, but you can see that teal straight away, you can see that lime green straight away. The gold is obviously the foiling that's on every one of these fabrics, so you can see how well that works together. And they're just such beautiful colours. I mean, why wouldn't you? And if you're used to the zips on the roll, you're going to grab these. You're going to grab these because I think there's a bit of a deal on these, isn't there, Dave?
Yeah, well, you're only paying, if you buy two, you get the third one for half price.
Yes, which is great.
You're saving £4. And also remember, they're the perfect colours to match with all of the fabrics that we've got for you in the show. Whether you're buying the one-day special, whether you're getting the charm pack, or whether you're going to go for the metre bolts, they all tie in nicely.
And to be perfectly honest, if you think about it, you're getting 30 sliders, 10 on each, so actually you're buying 30 zips. But actually you're also buying 30 zips of so many different sizes. It's entirely up to you. You can have a 3-inch zip or a 3-metre zip. The choice is yours. The great thing is you've got that flexibility, that versatility that comes with our zips on the roll.
And it works out, if you do make 30 zips, it works out to 67 pence per zip. But of course, you're in charge of how big that, or how long that zip's going to be. And zips these days are fashion statements.
Yes.
You used to kind of cover them up all the time, but nowadays you show them off.
Yeah, I mean, to be perfectly honest, if I made anything with these zips, I would want them on show. I just think the colours are absolutely beautiful. So even if you made, let's say, a makeup bag or something like that, maybe you're going to make a bag that's going to contain a little Christmas gift for somebody on the table, I would make sure that those zips are shown, that you're not enclosing them, that they're not invisible to you, that you can actually see those colours. And of course, don't forget, you can actually swap those sliders about as well. So you could actually put your green slider onto the gold or the teal onto the gold, so you can actually swap them around. That would be quite interesting.
Yeah, would be. Yeah, have contrasting sliders. 1997 286 386 is your item number there. Then the metre bolts, the star of the day, really. You've all fallen in love. I'll tell you one thing we've not done in this show is opened up one to show the half size. Can we do that?
Yeah,
do
it.
Ruin your display, I'm sorry. But
it's not my display, it's Howard's.
Just in case you're not quite sure how big a metre bolt is.
It's a lot,
I was going to show you
isn't
the plain one, but I thought it was a bit more interesting to see the pattern.
Look at that!
Look at the size of it.
It's massive. Huge. It's massive. So you've got 4 cushion fronts should you wish, but actually what you've got is the potential of making quilts with this, to making just maybe it's Christmas pyjamas with this, maybe it's half a dozen, which you would, hot water bottle covers or cold water bottle covers. So think of all those projects that you've got, that you've made over the last few months, and how you could transform those with your Christmas fabric.
And this is only £9.59 if you're a Freedom Club member, which I know thousands of you now now are. And it's a lot of fabric for not much money. It could be that you want to make this into a Christmas blouse, or you want to make it into a Christmas pinny.
An apron, something like that. Table mats for your table, Christmas table would be amazing. And if we could just hold this up, Dave, we've got selvage to selvage. You've got one selvage, I've got the other. It's 110 across, centimetres, I do beg your pardon, and obviously 1 metre down. If we wanted a fat quarter, you cut it straight down the middle and down here. So that would be your fat quarter. Right. So you've got some idea that you're getting 4 times the amount of fabric than you're getting in the one-day special. Right. So if you get the one-day special, you're getting a whole metre, plus you're getting 1.5 metres.
Good idea. Yeah. It makes sense to go
and
for them.
Pink.
And if you want to multi-order as well, do feel free to do that. We've got at the moment every colour option. The most popular has been this one, which I will just
the Winter Wonderland, which the whole fabric range was built around the name of Winter Wonderland. So this is our kind of she. It could be a she. That's the top dog. So this is the one we actually named the whole collection under.
And there it is. So that's where it all began. That is Winter Wonderland. Over 40% of Winter Wonderland has gone. Oh, I like this
I just want to show this as well. I just love to show everything that the lovely girls have made. And we don't have any gents, otherwise I'd say gents. But this is just like a... it's made by Emily, and it's just like a rag wreath. And can you see how all the colours work so beautifully together? They're just absolutely beautiful.
Well, that is Winter Wonderland, and grab that tonight, I would. There are going to be a couple of repeat shows overnight from the launch show and this one. So what we'll be left with at 9 AM tomorrow morning of Winter Wonderland in particular is anybody's guess. Festive ornaments, approaching 1/4 of the stock of that one has gone. That's probably got a slightly more masculine feel with that lovely petrol blue background there.
And that lime green.
And that lime green, that works, doesn't it?
Gorgeous.
Then we go... This is now the favourite, approaching half the stock has gone. Pink Frost is in the lead.
I'm really pleased but really sad, because I want it to last, because it goes with all the fabrics, but I'm really pleased that everybody's buying into the idea of get this, get another, because they all go together. So that really pleases me.
And then this one is your Arctic Friends. And that's approaching 40%, so that's another popular one as well. All of these meter bolts are being adored and loved. And then we go on to the one that doesn't have any characters. This is the Wrapped Up, which I love. I think it's my favourite one, actually. 1/4 of the stock of that's gone. And again, the colours in there, you've got the lovely bright reds, pale blues, pinks.
And the foiling is on the gold again, so that's on there. And it's just a real subtle hint, isn't it? And spookily enough, both myself and Diane made a bag using the striped fabric, the Wrapped Up. Isn't it strange how we both had the same thought, that actually it's like wrapping paper? It's really weird.
Now, the Dash one is approaching 1/3 of the stock gone as well, so that's another popular one. Actually, they're all very popular.
They're all
There's not
lovely,
one
aren't they?
that isn't proving successful. So let's have a little look at this clip, because this will show you some of the things that we've made with the fabrics that are in the show today, and hopefully this will give you some inspiration. I think you'll agree, brilliant projects. And always, if you are sitting there thinking, I fancy doing that, I fancy having a go, and you're thinking to yourself, well, I know what will happen. The fabric will come through the post. I'll open it up and I'll think, I don't know what to do. Order the 2 magazines at the same time, because issue 11 and 12 will give you loads of ideas. You know, not just projects for spring or summer, but for all year round you can adapt those projects.
You absolutely can, because the thing about Christmas is that it's probably the most prolific time for crafters to make things. And so there's so many things that we would want want to have in our homes, soft furnishings particularly, things that even if you just wanted to make a Christmas stocking. Now, if anybody got last year's Christmas fabric, we had the Christmas boot, I keep wanting to say Wellington boot, and that's not. It's a Christmas boot. Now, if any of you took a pattern of that, which I hope you did, I did, then you can make more Christmas stockings, and you don't even have to think because you've got the pattern there
in the
ready.
new fabrics.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know you wanted to mention the fabric or the actual quilt that's behind me. Shall I just stand up? I'm
Angela, I forgot
bit.
to name check you in the first. Look at that creation. It is absolutely stunning, and what I love about it, it shows off all the fabrics working so well together, Dave.
Yeah.
That you can see that they all blend together, nothing jars, nothing stands out. I love the little pop of the red Christmas tree just there, really modern, and I love the black trim. Do you see what I mean about that black and pink?
It does make a very striking edge to it, doesn't it?
It puts a frame to it.
Yeah.
So whether you're making a cushion, a table mat, table runner, all those gorgeous things we love to make for Christmas, try putting black onto something because that's your picture frame.
Sure. Well, it's all made from the fabrics that we're featuring today, part of which are in the one-day special, and of course the 1 metre bolts are basically a blank canvas for you to make whatever you want with them. So just go for it and enjoy. And if you have done, like Lizzie was saying, if you've got patterns from the past that you've kept, and templates that you've kept or maybe laminated or put onto cards, then why not use the new fabric in that way? Yeah,
and even if there's a special bag pattern that you like to make, our bag making dies particularly are amazing. They're coming soon. And you'll be able to make bags out of the Christmas fabric, but actually I wouldn't line them. I would just use that as a gift wrapping. So not only is the recipient getting a lovely little bag, but they're also you're using the Christmas fabric, you're giving a gift, and you can pop something inside as well.
What are you doing at 9 AM tomorrow?
Oh, I've got a box. This box. I'm going to be making this box.
Okay. So whatever you do, if you're around at 9 o'clock tomorrow and you can join us live, that'll be the next live show. Yeah. This show and the launch show will be repeated overnight. So let me just try and turn this out, and then you can just turn this down. But it is, like I say, it's reversible. Right. Get my teeth in. So, and again, it just shows the fabrics off and how well they work together. It's a bit wonky, but yeah. So that's what I'm going to be doing at 9 o'clock in the morning to show those lovely fabrics off again. Have we got time for me to run through what I was going to do? Have we got time? So I've got two bits of fabric that I've chosen. I've chosen the one wrapped up again. I must be drawn to that. But you know, last year with our Christmas fabric, I made this little bag that I carry all my quilt clips in. I absolutely love it. It's a drawstring, and all I do is wrap my cord around. It's a bit sort of oriental in a way, and I need to update. So I'm going to update with my new fabric. So all you're going to do, and perhaps I'll get time tomorrow, I don't know, is you're going to cut your design out so that this is all the shape that you're going to create. Okay, that's the shape, a bit like a pocket. Yeah. And then you're going to cut 2 pieces about 2.5 inches wide, fold it over, and you're going to make the casing. So you're just going to neaten these pieces off here, and you're going to pop that into your casing there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to do that both sides.